In this video I will try to explain the Microsoft Excel. So in order to open the Excel, just click the start button, type Excel over here. So Excel consists of the cells. So we can get the rows and columns. So each cell is identified with a row and a column. So here this particular cell is having the address of the row address as 2 and column address as a B. And this particular cell is having the row address as a 5 and column address as the B. And the Excel files is called as the workbook. And each workbook is having some sheets. So this is I am working in a sheet 1. If I want to work in a sheet 2, I have to click over here. If I want to work in a sheet 3, I have to click over here. So in this way I can change the sheets. So each workbook can have a number of sheets and each sheet contains the cells. So now if I want to type something inside the cell, so how to type this? Just click over here and type whatever you want. Now I want to increase the row width and the column width. How to increase the row width and the column width of the cell? So now if I want to increase the column width, I have to click over here. So I want to increment the row width, I have to click over here. Just to drag this. So this is how I can increase the row width and the column width. So this is the name. So I want to align it towards the middle. I can do like this. If I want to align it towards right, I can do like this. And if I want to align it in the middle, I can do like this. So this is how we can do the different alignments. And if I want to change the font, we can go and change the respective fonts. So I can make it as a bold, italic and underline. And I can change the color of this. And I can fill with the different colors. Text colors can also be changed. So Excel provides an opportunity to align the text as well as format the text. Suppose say I have some items and a price. So items are numbered as A, B and C. Their price. If I want to add some border, I just select this and try to click on here and all borders. So what happens? This particular table is consisting of, now it is enclosed in the borders. Now if I want to sort this particular value depending upon the price, if I want to sort the table depending upon the price, just click on this, go to data, go to sort. So what value you want to sort upon the price? So largest to smallest. So what happens? The particular table is sorted. And if I want to generate a sequence, how it is possible? Excel provides a particular feature to generate the sequence. Suppose say I want to generate the sequence of Monday to Saturday. So this is, you just have to drag. So white cross will become a black cross. When it becomes a black cross, just drag this out. So now what happens? The particular sequence is generated. And if I again drag this, the sequence is getting repeated over here. And if I want to generate some number series, how to do this? Just select these two. I just drag those here. So the sequence is generated in the Excel. So now I want to wrap the text. So how to wrap the text? Suppose say the text is containing in a different columns. Now I want to align it in a single column. How to do this? So now just go to home. And wrap text. What happens? The particular text appears in a single cell. So it was in a multiple cells. Now I try to align it in a single cell. So now you can also merge the two different cells. So how to merge these two cells? So just go and say merge and center. So what happens? These two cells will become a single cell. And also I can format the types. So suppose say price is having some dollar type. Suppose say it is having a dollar type. So how to do this? So you can add a dollar sign over the price. So this is a different set of formatting. Now we try to understand the formulas, how to generate the formulas in the Excel. Suppose say I take an example of the marks of the students. So I want to calculate the total. How to calculate the total? By using this formula bar. So you have to select the cell where you want to display the total and write equal to sign, and then select what you want to do. You want to calculate the sum. So what rows you want to calculate the sum? You have to select those rows. So in order to select the rows, we have to get the address of the row address and the column address. So we have to get the row address and the column address of the cells. So how to get the row and column address of the cells? So it is P7, then starting address, comma, ending address, E7. So now the total is calculated over here. Just you have to drag this. Now automatically all the totals will be calculated. Now I want to find the count of the students. So how to find the count of the students? Now is equal to, now again equal to sign, count. Now make use of the count A, you will count the even alphabetic data also. So now it is C7, the starting column to ending column. So C9. So 3 students are there. Now I want to calculate the maximum marks. So how to calculate the maximum marks? Is equal to max. So what again? The marks 1, maximum of the marks 1. So it is D7 again to E D9. So minimum function. So in order to calculate minimum, either you can use is equal to min, or we can go for a formula bar and we can select the particular sum. So here it is minimum is there. So automatically the particular text you select and write down minimum. So it is automatically calculate minimum. So you can make use of the library functions, or you can use your own formula for this. And if I want to calculate the percentage of these things, so you want to calculate the percentage, we have to E7 plus D7 into 100 divided by 200. So this is a formula to calculate the percentage. So this percentage is wrong because of I am not using the parenthesis. So if I don't use parenthesis, this is calculated first, d7 into 100. If I make use of the parenthesis, then I can get the correct answer. So I want to calculate the remaining things, just drag it out. So you'll get the remaining percentage of this. And suppose I want to calculate whether the student is passed or not. So result. So if condition can be used, if suppose say marks 1 and marks 2 are greater than 35, I say the student is passed or else he is failed. If condition, if the D7 is greater than or equal to 35, and in first you have to write a formula inside the formula. So again, so D7 E7 is greater than or equal to 35. Now it is pass or else it is fail. So this particular person is passed because his marks is above 35. Just drag this out, we'll get the remaining things. So now we can also draw the chart. How to draw the chart? So suppose say I have 3 different cities. And the temperature of those cities. Just select this and try to draw the chart. So insert, we can go for a chart, we can select any chart you want. So the chart is automatically generated. Suppose say I want to generate some different chart, change the chart type. So now what happens, I want to generate some pie chart. So the pie chart is generated over here. So this is how we can generate the chart in the Excel. We can increment the sheets. If you want, you just click on this, the sheets are incremented. And I want to label the sheets. So this is, I want to label it as a item sheets. And I want to label this as a mark sheet. I want to label this as a temperature sheet. I want to change the color of this thing, so tab color. So this is what I can change the color. So how to protect the sheet? I want to make this as a read only. How to make this particular sheet as a read only? So just click on this, click on here and try to protect the sheet. So protect the sheet from the, so I want to make it only read only operation. So in order to do this, you have to enter some password, select any password you want. So what happens now, this particular sheet has become only the read only sheet. Nobody can edit this. If I want to remove this again, we have to go and click on this and unprotect the sheet. So in order to unprotect it, again we have to enter the password. So now it becomes unprotected. Now somebody can edit over here. And there are different type of views. You can select different views like page layout. It will show it different pages. You can zoom this video to different percentages. Again, you can increment this to 100. So like this, you can increase the font or increase the size of the sheets, and you can decrease the size of the sheets. And if I want to save this workbook, I can go and save as option, save as Excel workbook. So this is going to save the particular sheet. And one more thing is like if I want to make the all the columns, if my columns are more, if the columns are more, if I want to display it, if I want to display it locally, if the columns are more, if I want to display it locally, so what I can do is I can go for this filters, make use of the filters. So this is how we can generate the filters over here. As option is available. If I want to print, I can go for printing option. So there are different set of printing available. If I want to print only this particular sheet, mark sheet, I can select active sheets. If I want to print whole workbook, I can go for selecting the entire workbook, and how many copies you want, you can select. And if I want to select only some portion, suppose I want to print only these things, I have to select this side. I have to go and go for a print option. Now only the selection is printed. So this is how we are able to print the different sheets. So this is what I have discussed in this video. Thanks for watching.